The Art of Happiness, Peace and Purpose. Manifesting Magic Part 5. Written and narrated by Craig Beck. Copyright craigbeck.com, 2003 to 2016. Lao Tzu says, "Mastering others is strength. Mastering oneself makes you fearless." Introduction. We are divine beings, with the limitless power of the universe at our fingertips. We are capable of living magnificent and creative lives, and yet most people choose not to. The sad reality is, most people will get nowhere near what they truly are capable of achieving, and for the most part, fear is wholly responsible for this depressing statistic. Fear is the graffiti scribbled on the outer walls of your comfort zone. Most people read it and turn back to safety. A handful ignore it and start running towards the wall, instead of away from it. This is your guide to a whole new way of thinking, a paradigm shift so far only mastered by the top 1% of society. The knowledge in this book is considered so profound that it will affect every aspect of your life, from your career, relationships, health, and happiness. Discover how to overcome fear in 3 simple steps. Breaking through your comfort zone. The 5 signs it's time to take action. How to become powerfully confident. And how to escape the average Joe, Jane world and join the elite 1%. The bad news. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you're going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking that you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there, and yet death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it, and that is how it should be, because death is very likely the single biggest invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Steve Jobs. Back when I first started out in the media industry as a cocky 17-year-old boy, I remember once being interviewed by a local newspaper. I'd just been appointed as the new breakfast presenter for Radio Wyvern in Worcestershire, a town near the southern Welsh border with England. At the time, I was the youngest morning show host in the country, and the pressure was on me to mature fast, but also to quickly demonstrate that I was worthy of the risk some poor, misguided program director had taken by putting such a total newbie in this enormous position of power. The newspaper article had been arranged as a favor for the boss, so it was only ever going to be a light-hearted affair. I didn't need to be too careful about what I said because the journalist had been asked to write something that was nothing much more than a complimentary commercial for my new breakfast show. The depth and weight of those questions would hardly tax me further than "What's your favorite color?" It quickly became apparent that I was going to be given 20 harmless, if somewhat inane questions to pad out an article about me that they would probably bury somewhere on page 37 of the newspaper, just next to the classified ads for surgical support stockings and lost pets. I answered each question quickly and honestly. The journalist would listen to my reply, sigh, and scribble something down on his notepad. After 4 or 5 questions, I realized that I was boring the guy to death. Hey, I was 17 years old. Nobody had ever told me how to speak to the press, or even how to answer trivia about myself. I decided I was going to have to spice up my answers and try and be a little more of a personality.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?